Pan-seared tilapia with Zaalouk sauce. Zaalouk sauce basically is an eggplant and tomato mix. It's almost like a puree. First off, you take one eggplant and you dice it. You dice it into little cubes like this. And you sprinkle some salt on it and you leave it for about 30 minutes. The reason we sprinkle salt on the eggplant, the salt basically removes some of the water out of the eggplant and also removes some of the bitterness. So when it fries crisp, and also it gives the skin that crispiness and shine. And then you take your tilapia, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of chili pepper, so it gives it that little bit of a kick. Flip it to the other side. You do the same thing again. A little bit of salt. Be very careful while you're seasoning the tilapia with salt. Tilapia is a very thin fish, so it absorbs a lot of salt quickly. On the other side, I'm just going to add a little bit of paprika so it gives it that smoky flavor. And then I'm going to keep it aside to marinate. After adding salt to the eggplant and leaving it for about 30 minutes to lose some of the bitterness, and you can see that's the bitterness we had to lose before we fry our eggplants. Now it's time to fry our eggplant. Get some fried oil and start frying your eggplant. For the tilapia, take a pan and wait until it gets really hot. Add a little bit of olive oil and start adding your tilapia pieces. It's about 1 minute on each side because it's very thin and absorbs heat really quickly. Once you see the heat, it's coming out almost to the middle of it, then it's ready to flip. After 1 minute to 1 minute and a half, start flipping your. Once my tilapia got all that golden brown color, and that's that's the color of flavor. My tilapia is ready. It's going to be removed to a plate. And the same pan that I use the tilapia to cook, it's very important to preserve the flavor that's been left in the pan. I add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and wait until I'm not going to get hot really quickly because the pan is really hot. I'm going to add 1 tin of diced tomatoes. Now my eggplant has been fried. I'm going to pass it through a sieve to lose all the oil. And with the back of my spoon, I'm going to start mushing it, sort of like to lose all the frying oil, because we don't want to end up with that oil in the final product. Now once my tomato sauce start having those large bubbles, which means start thickening down, add a bunch of parsley and cilantro, 4 chopped garlic, 1 cinnamon stick, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, 1 teaspoon of cumin, a little bit of turmeric just for the color. It opens up that color of tomato sauce. Maybe half a teaspoon. Cinnamon powder. Mix all in. That garlic and cinnamon and all the spices, it smells really delicious. And the color of tomatoes, it's so... Every time I see this color, it's almost like the Moroccan flag, isn't it? Then once you add the eggplant, you mix everything in, and with the back of your spoon, you sort of like mush all that eggplant in. And just with your pan, sort of like mix it all in. Pan-seared tilapia with Zaalouk sauce. Oh my god, this is... If I have to classify the dishes I've ever eaten in my life, this would be top 3. Because the flavors of the garlic and the cinnamon and all the Moroccan spices elevate the flavor of the tilapia and makes it sort of like a true Mediterranean classic.